I knew I was in trouble the night the missing spoon came back clean. We only owned one of those long-handled iced tea spoons. A flea market find Maya loved because of how it chimed against glass. It had been gone for weeks. I'd looked everywhere. Then, one Tuesday, there it was, on the counter, spotless, set carefully beside the sink. She never noticed details like that. I did. I held it up, watching the light run along the stem, and thought, this spoon has been somewhere someone wanted to show they cared. Someone who rinsed it, dried it, and placed it just so. Then the perfume followed. Not her usual jasmine, but something colder, like rain on metal, clinging to her scarf after she'd been at the studio all afternoon. She'd recently started styling shoots for a home renovation influencer, and she talked about it like she'd found a new religion. I love the before and after, she'd say. The miracle of it. I build things for a living. My construction business survives on those miracles. Knock down a wall, widen a doorway, sell someone a new way to breathe. But I couldn't fix the way she started looking past me when I spoke. The next clue was a hotel key card in the pocket of a coat she never wore with me. White plastic, blue stripe. The kind you can't return without confessing where you've been. I set it on the table and waited for the story. She didn't see it. Or she saw it and chose not to. That kind of choice leaves a crater. I didn't shout. I went to work early, took meetings late, and walked our dog Kilo for hours, just to feel the tug of his leash pulling me forward. His name turned up on an invoice. Leo Rhodes. Creative director. He'd shot a campaign Maya styled and then, apparently, taken parts of her life she thought I wouldn't notice were missing. I saw him once, across the street from our place. Tall, soft beard, camera strap across his chest. He put his hand on her shoulder when they laughed, a casual touch that felt earned. It wasn't the touch that got me. It was the look they shared after. That small, private check-in. The kind of look that belongs to people building something together. And they were. They were building a lie. I called a lawyer named Nazreen. She wore gray suits that matched the weather and told me what I could prove and what I shouldn't to tea. She said to gather what I had and let the other side hand me the rest by being sloppy. And sloppy, it turned out, was a Leo specialty. He put everything on his public website. The hotel interiors he shot, the little captions about finding a new story in a familiar city. Even behind-the-scenes reels where you could hear a woman's laugh, my wife's laugh, spilling from off-camera. I didn't want to be a detective. I just wanted my life back. Revenge, when I first imagined it, looked like a firework. But I'm a builder. I know the quieter way. The slow change of load-bearing walls, the careful removal of support until the whole structure becomes something new. So I set to work. Maya was planning a big, creative swap night in a rented warehouse, a place for stylists, photographers, and contractors to network. She insisted I come, saying, "Everyone will be there." I agreed, smiling like a man who doesn't know he's walking into a trap. My trap, as it turned out. My company, Halder & Sons, was listed as a sponsor, which meant I got a table and a screen for a looping reel. "Make it pretty," she said. I decided to make it precise. I showed up early, set up my gear, and asked the event manager a simple favor. "If the house reel runs long," I said, "can you hold the floor lights for 2 minutes?" He said sure. 2 minutes can change a life. The room filled with the city's creative crowd. Maya looked stunning. Leo arrived 40 minutes late, saw her and hugged her for too long. He clapped my shoulder and asked, "Brother, you built this?" I just said, "Parts of it." When the music dipped, I stepped to the mic. "Thanks for coming," I said. "Halder & Sons brought a reel. It's short." The lights softened as the screen filled. The first minute was pure craft. Sledgehammers, dust, old plaster falling away, new light flooding in. People clapped. The respectful applause you give to labor you don't do. The second minute started the same. Another wall coming down. But then, my camera lingered on a detail. The long-handled iced teaspoon on a hotel nightstand. A cut to her scarf on a chair. A cut to the key card under a room service bill. The room didn't gasp. It just got quiet in a new way. On screen, a mirror reflected the corner of a woman's body. Just a shoulder, a lock of hair. It could be anyone, unless you'd spent 1,000 hours with her. I didn't show faces. I didn't need to. The timestamps did the work. So did the captions from Leo's own website, where he proudly posted the hotel interiors from those same dates. His own font hung there. Found a new story. The lights stayed dim. I clicked the mic back on. We build things, I said. We tell ourselves stories to make it worth swinging the hammer. I brought this reel because people confuse pretty with sturdy. I could feel Maya beside me, turned to stone. I'm not here for pity, I continued. I'm here for clarity. There's a contract on the sponsorship table. It's a notice that Halder & Sons is dissolving our partnership with Rhodes Studio, effective tonight, due to breach of conduct. The LLC Maya and I formed will also be wound down. Partners can find the details in the emails you received at 7 p.m. The prenup we signed had sharp teeth. I had documented everything. I had been kind for a long time. Now I was just exact. After the event, I said, looking out at the crowd, Maya will meet me at home with Kilo's bag and the signed separation forms. She will vacate our lease by Friday because I signed a new one this afternoon. I wasn't cruel. I was as dry as paperwork. Leo tried to speak, but I just put up a hand. Not you. You can email my lawyer. The lights came up. Some people avoided my eyes, others squeezed my shoulder. Maya found me by a stack of pallets. You ambushed me, she said. I chose the only room you'd actually look at me in, I replied. What you've done is cruel, she said. What I did, I told her, is efficient. She didn't beg. She didn't blame him. She just nodded. Kilo's bag will be at the door, she said, and then looked at Leo like he might be a raft. He just looked at the floor. I left. When Maya came to the apartment, she set the bag down and handed me the papers. We signed. No hugs, no last words. The break was the point. At my new place, the walls were bare. I made a bed on the floor, filled Kilo's bowl, and sat with my back against the wall. People say revenge is about making the other person suffer. Maybe. For me, it was subtraction. I took back my name, my money, my work, and my time. I left her with the story she chose and the silence she earned. Kilo put his head in my lap. Tomorrow, the city would still need walls built and rooms made right. Tomorrow, I would get up, swing the hammer, and make something that lasted. But tonight, I just sat in the dark and let it confirm what I already knew. The after is where I live now, and it is honest, and it is mine. Thanks for listening to my story. If it resonated with you, I'd appreciate a like and a follow. See you in the next one.